hear me okay? I'm a fifth year mechanical engineer student at university. This past summer I was fortunate enough to intern at Northrop Grumman out in Utah, and it's hoping that you guys are able to interact with us, hear a little bit about our backgrounds, and more importantly, we hope to give a panel to other incoming freshmen to hear about your guys' experience with the mission. So with that being said, I'll stop recording.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I am the organization for aerospace here on campus, and that's also how I got that offer by a conference that was sponsored by the university, and I have been working at Boeing for the past 2 years as a I'll hand it off to Brianna.
Hi, I'm Brianna, and I'm a second year CS major. And at the last summer internship, I was with Lockheed Martin here at Edwards Air Force Base. So just so you guys know, you guys can start early. Don't think you guys have to have an insane resume already. And then I'll pass it to Kyra. Can you guys hear me? Alright, so hey guys, my name is Kyra Lewis. I'm a fourth year mechanical engineering and applied mathematics student, major minor. You guys already heard that these people already have industry experience. I am a little opposite of that. I am almost entirely research experience. During the summer, that's undergraduate research
I'm a third year CS physics double major. I interned out for Northrop Grumman this summer, but I was working in more of a research and development oriented role, so kind of bridging the gap between research and industry.
So yeah, actually, it's great to hear the diversity of years that you've been in. She's a second year, so never too early to start. Great message. You might get softball that all along the way, we go in the same order, and folks are starting to fill in some questions in the Q&A. Did your internship help you clarify your career goals? Does it give you a better idea of what you
Yeah, that's a great question. And I know for me, my interest really peaked when I was able to join AIAA. I knew I wanted to do something in engineering. So I stuck to that org. I went to the conferences that they were able to get me to, and there I was able to learn more about the companies such as Boeing, Northrop, which I interviewed for both, and I ended up going with Northrop as they ended up getting back to me. But over there, they showed me a lot of the work that they did, how important the work that they do. And most importantly, it was really nice to be able to work in such a big project. So with that being said, it really kind of helped grow my interest in that area. And that's where I ended up.
Also, I know earlier I forgot to mention, I'm a fourth year mechanical engineer. I completely skipped past that question. But yes, the fact that I did 2 internships in the same city, it was actually really neat because the first internship, it was very kind of open-ended in terms of they gave me a lot of small projects, but hands-on. And then the second internship, I was already familiar with a lot of the kind of company guidelines and the structure and how things work. And I was able to do a project that is extremely similar to what I was doing. And so having that pretty much on campus exactly what I would be doing the whole time definitely gave me the confidence to go from there. And I think
taught me how applicable all fields of sciences are in anything. Like you'd see CFDs, computational fluid dynamics, simulations. I didn't expect to see that in the applied math field, and that's something that all engineers do. In terms of clarifying what my goals are, I actually knew that I wanted to go to graduate school for a very long time now. If anything, going into research has opened up opportunities of me. So if anything, it's not like I narrowed down where I want to go. It's like the world opened up to me.
That's a great point. I think one thing that I know a lot of people do is they get an undergraduate degree in a field and a graduate degree in different fields, opening up the box of possible questions that you can answer. That's kind of fun research. I find it.
Yeah, I mostly concur with what my homies here said. Although I will add that a lot of other interns that I've talked to and early careers people that I've engaged with, and even like the high-level directors, CTOs, VPs, they've all expressed that. I initially started off doing kind of software development, but that naturally kind of transitioned into a more of a research-oriented type of role. So not something that's set in stone, and you're stuck with it, and doubly so for when you're in an internship.
About conferences, and I heard a little bit about it. Yeah, did it sound okay? An internship. So the question is, yeah, like, how do they provide that?
I can definitely answer that. So, it's actually kind of like four of the five of us got offers through GMIS, which is the conference that sponsors by the AAA National Association. There's a lot of those parallel conferences. SWE, SHIP, NESB. I don't know all of the other support companies, but most of the that are a state branch of a national organization. Most of those national organizations will have some kind of conferences, and at a lot of these conferences there will be companies that scout out new interns or entry levels, and at these conferences you want to make sure their resume is prepared, your interview skills are prepared, and kind of talk, you want to hand out your resume to as many people as possible. And then, I mean, in my case, I just got an email at like 11 p.m. being like, hey, can you interview tomorrow? And that's kind of how that went for me. I know that AAA sponsors some of our students at other conferences. I don't know if there's a full list. I think Alex is going to speak on the
Yeah, there's I forgot to mention this too. I'm also the Vanguard president, and Vanguard kind of is a super organization of all of the engineering RCOs. And so on our website, there are a number of professional organizations, and many of them have their own associated national conference. So, for example, NISB, National Society of Black Engineers, they're in Chicago this March. SWE, also in Chicago in October. SHIP, Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, is in Anaheim, and there's other kind of related ones that are smaller. GMIS is one that we summer around it's in. I would definitely recommend if you're interested in going to a conference.
On the CAT courses page, I think that first thing, there's the professional societies one piece of advice that you wish you could have given yourself when you were a first year student in terms of how the next, in Brianna's case, next year, right? But and in others case, a few more years. What piece of advice might you have?